I was standing in her living room when she walked in, still glowing from the guests chanting her name outside, champagne in hand, pride dripping from every step. Then she saw me. She froze so hard the crystal flute nearly slipped from her fingers. How did you get in?" she whispered. I didn't answer. I just looked at the man beside me, the one she never expected to see standing at my shoulder. When she recognized him, her smile collapsed like a bad facade. And that was the moment she knew. The game was already over. Emotional hook. The alert. The story started with the vibration of my phone. A bank alert. Payment overdue on your $600,000 mortgage. At first, I laughed, one sharp exhale of disbelief. I didn't own a house. I barely owned a chair. But the laughter died fast, because when I called the bank, the voice on the line insisted the loan was mine. My name, my signature, my future on the hook. I felt something cold settle in my chest. Not panic, clarity. Backstory. The sister I thought I knew. Growing up, my sister, Leela, was the type who cried easily, acted soft. But softness is just another kind of camouflage. She used to follow me around the house, asking for help with homework, borrowing clothes, promising she'd pay me back someday. I believed her. I always did. Even when we hit adulthood, she kept that same innocent act, and I, stupidly loyal, kept buying it. Discovery. The first cracks. The first sign was a credit check I didn't authorize. The second was the bank's insistence that the property owner had presented valid identification. My ID. My signature, copied with perfect precision. And then the final crack. A tagged post on social media. Leela, standing in front of a mansion. Her mansion. The caption bragged about finally having the life I deserve. I zoomed in on the paperwork in her hand, barely visible. The lender's logo matched the one on my alert. My sister had committed fraud. Against me. The heartbreak didn't hit all at once. It landed in stages. Sharp, controlled, teaching me exactly where to place the knife when it was my turn. Shift in mindset. Planning the return stroke. I didn't call her. I didn't confront her. I didn't shout, cry, or beg. Instead, I called the man standing beside me now. Detective Armin Reyes, Financial Crimes Unit. The same man she'd thought she was too clever to ever cross paths with. We built the case quietly, piece by piece. My stolen ID, recorded bank statements, property transfer logs, security footage. Every breadcrumb she'd carelessly dropped, I collected like gemstones. Reyes said I had enough to put her away. But prison wasn't my first goal. Understanding was. I wanted her to see the exact moment her world caved in. I wanted her to feel me watching as it happened. Execution, the silent trap. The party announcement was my invitation. Housewarming, she posted. Come celebrate my new home, my new life. Perfect. I arrived early with Reyes. He showed his badge at the door. The staff let us in without question. We waited in the living room. Her living room, where her stolen luxury gleamed like an accusation. Guests filtered in, unaware. The music rose, voices laughed, and then the front door opened and Leela walked in, ready to bask in her lie. Climax, the fall. How did you get in? She repeated, but her voice cracked this time. I finally spoke. You paid for this house with my name, so it's only fair I walk in any time I want. Reyes stepped forward. Leela Hart, we need to talk about a fraudulent mortgage, identity theft, and several counts of forgery. Her face drained. Color fled. Her champagne hit the floor. No, wait, I can explain. You had months to explain, I said quietly, but you never thought I'd notice. That's the part that stings the most." She looked around at her guests, their whispers slicing her from every side. Humiliation is a sharp, clean blade. They escorted her out in handcuffs. The party stopped. The music died. Her empire ended before it even started. Resolution, the quiet aftermath. I stayed a moment longer, walking through the mansion she'd tried to steal through me. The walls felt hollow now, stripped of her illusion. Reyes asked if I was all right. I told him the truth. I'm not angry anymore. Revenge doesn't always roar. Sometimes it's just the sound of a door closing behind the person who betrayed you and realizing you're finally free.